a lot of drama went down, a lot of gay shit happening in the world. And I brought some of my favorite comics to come talk to you. You guys know what it is. We do the same shit every single week. Please give it up for my first guest. You can find her performing all over New York City. She's the host of Unofficial Expert podcast. Please give it up for the incredible Sydnee Washington.
Hello.
Hi, Sydney. How are you?
I'm here. I popped on a red lip for your ass. So
you did. This is a lot of. Listen, you're beat. I'm mad. I literally did a quick wash and shake and go and was ready to go.
Got my ring light for you. I mean, I'm doing a lot.
You did. You did. I did ask a whole lot.
The face is beat, so you know I'm fully unprepared for everything that we about to do. So
that's fair. I am bringing in. And then, how are you?
I'm here. I popped on a red lip for your ass.
Great, it's working. Yeah, this is a lot of. All right, we're up. We're live. Okay. Our next guest, everyone, right before we go and take our little break to put out the link, is another favorite of mine. You can see him doing shows all around the city. Follow him on Twitter. I'm Justin Randall. He did a really funny video with Ranger recently that I loved. Everybody, please give it up for the incredible America's bottom next door, Justin Randall.
Hey.
Hi, love.
What's up?
How are you? Good?
Good.
That quarantine, you're giving me very 2000s college frat boy vibes.
It's bad, man. The last time it was this long, I was banging chicks. So.
Oh, great. Love that for you.
Chick. It was singular, but it happened.
It's just as real. Yeah. And then next, we have the incredible, you know him as Costas on Pose, his many, many characters on Instagram, my favorite of which being Julissa. Please give it up for the ever funny, ever adorable Mr. Johnny Sibilly.
Hey, hello.
Hi, Princess, West Coast girl. How's LA?
Oh, baby. Well, I'm actually in Portland right now, so.
Are you? Okay, well, that's good. At least you're not. Okay, now that everyone's here, I'm going to tweet out link, sorry, and tag everybody. Hold on. I'm live with Randall.
We got the comments.
We do have the comments. They're here.
They're rolling in.
And Johnny, are they rolling in a lot? Okay, that's good.
The top can't pull my hair because I'm not allowed to have sex with anyone.
Is that a comment that I just had?
That's a response to a comment, yeah.
Okay.
So there you have it.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes, no sex. But how long? We'll talk. How long are the girls going to last on that? I don't. I'm already. This is not a non-topic, but I'm about. I'm ready to burst. No shade. I just don't give. I give the girls through like maybe Pride Month. Like I'd say the next 11 days, people are not gonna fuck, and then the girls are in their bullshit.
June 1.
June 1. A journey of one a day, honey.
Honey, people are having sex. I don't know who said that they weren't. People are definitely fucking.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if people like in relationships should be, right? I'm like, of course you should be fucking, but the girls are. I don't know. I just feel too much shame about everything. But I'm about.
People are breaking up and still having sex.
Oh.
Because they can't
I like that.
look for someone new, but they're like, we still need to have sex.
Mm-hmm. Fuck your ass. Ooh, yeah. Don't give me no ideas. I take a toxic idea and run with it all the time.
I was my ex for a year after we broke up, so I know the life.
Oh,
honey.
A year? That's not a breakup, babe.
Baby, that New York City rent.
Oh, T, you gotta pay. Listen, they're gonna get my rent when they get it. It's all right. So we're gonna start. I like to get politics out of the way first. Nancy Pelosi does what Nancy Pelosi does. She went this week. I don't know if any of those of you are watching. She was on television. She went on a nice little monologue after the president said that he was taking hydroxychloroquine or whatever it is. We got on television and said that she thought it was like at the bad advice of scientists, but also because of someone like him who is, as they call it, quote unquote, morbidly obese. Now, here's the thing. Nancy, for me, Donald Trump is like a whole ass racist. Like, we have so many things to literally make fun of him for. And him being a fatty really seems like a low blow for someone like Nancy Pelosi. Like, why? I mean, like, sure, you're gonna send him into a fit, and like now he's gonna say mean tweets about you, but also you might send him into a fit, and he might like take away a woman's rights to choose. So like, maybe just like who knows what he's gonna do that day. I don't get it. It seems very strange, but I do love Nancy Pelosi getting on television every like 5 minutes to show off that she got a new microdermabrasion that week. Like, she looks like glass every time I'm like, oh, you are very shiny, lady. She is heavily moisturized. I don't know. I haven't really. Who knows? I don't. Sydney, thoughts?
Why is it a low blow? I mean, he talks about everybody. He tweets out outrageous things. Why not? He can get it. He's a fatty. What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so funny because like he met him.
What's your thoughts?
She met him at the end of
Go ahead, girl.
No, I'm just like the things that he said about Rosie O'Donnell alone, like warranted a response like that. But to me, his weight is like the least like offensive thing about it. Like, you know what I mean? But she probably just had a moment where she was like, you know what? Blah, 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 blah.
She's having her quarantine meltdown. We all are, right? She's like, let me piss everybody off today.
I feel like Nancy Pelosi's like trying to break into comedy lately. That's the vibe I get. Everything she does, I think she's on like a Comedy Central roast. I'm like, let it go, girl. Just be a politician. It'll be fun.
I'm like, listen, I love your little claps and your little coats and you're third in line to the presidency. Have fun, but I really don't need you coming in with a tight 5 on Anderson Cooper. Like, I don't care. Like, just can you tell me about COVID results? Can you tell me when I'm getting my next stimulus check? Like, those are the questions I really need from Nancy Pelosi. But, you know, she was having her fun. We're all allowed one quarantine meltdown, and
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like anything that happens in quarantine, we're gonna forget about it. So let people rock, let them have fun, let them go off. If they want to go live and bomb to like in front of 5 people, let them. Like you can't have these restrictions, and you can't stop people from having diarrhea of the mouth. You just can't.
That's true. You couldn't stop them when they could go outside and hug their friends. You certainly can't do it now. So that is a fair point. But as far as quarantine meltdowns, a Washington man this week drove all the way from Washington State, 600 miles to a county in California to get a haircut. Which is strange to me because I have extreme barber loyalty. So like, if my barber's not there, I can't go to the guy 6 feet away from him, much less like 600 miles away. But it is like a level of like fiscal irresponsibility and poor time management that I aspire to. Like, like I just like you had the time to do a 600-mile haircut. It's like, like that is like
we have nothing but time. The man wanted to get out. He wanted to do a trip.
He did. By the time he got back home, he needed another haircut. But I'm like, you literally like got a haircut, came back, and couldn't even take a fucking selfie. But
that's his journey. That's what he wanted. I'm here for it.
That's true.
I get it. Look at this shit. I look like Luke Skywalker, honestly, and I feel like it's
very Mark Hamill vibe.
Yeah, but that's not a compliment. But between letting my roommate cut it and driving 600 miles, I'm honestly torn.
It's a difficult choice. I would let my roommate cut it first.
First of all, gas is very low right now. So he probably saved a ton on gas.
Yeah.
He was like, I think it's time for a cross-country trip. Let's do it.
Yeah. What?
No, I 100% think it'll probably win Best Documentary next year at the Oscars because he probably fucking had his little GoPro on the thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be called Buzz, probably.
Sure. It'll be a Netflix series next year. They'll launch a whole vertical about it. It'll be a whole mess.
For real.
Okay. The lady of everything, Lana Del Rey, got today and had a very Karen moment, if we would call it that. I'd call it, I don't know, this is more like Braylon. This is worse than Karen to me. She threw every woman of color, including Ariana Grande, under the bus to promote her new album that's coming in 3 months. It made no sense. I don't like that. We like your music, okay? I love your daddy issue music for me. I'm like, baby, the girls were bopping. Like every time I listen to one of your songs, I want to eat a crunchback, like a crunchwrap burrito in a Camaro, like with somebody's dad, looks like somebody's stepdad. I love it. Okay, I want to go to a lake house and do all of it. But she made this whole thing, says that she had paved the way for something. And I'm like, who did you pave the way for? And blue jeans and flats, girl. You didn't pave the way for fucking nobody. She called herself very glamorous. Which there must be two different glamourouses, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, that word means different things to different people. Thoughts on, our martyr, Lana Del Rey. I want to hear from Sydnee about this first.
I mean, the first paragraph alone, I was like, you know how you're on Facebook and there's a read more? You're like, girl, I can't. I saw the beginning and I already knew the rest was going to be trash. And I was like, why? I can't keep reading this. But then it's like, she's got to have her own back. So I see why she was going so hard. But it was like, why'd you put Doja Cat in there? Why'd you put Nicki? Like those girls are not even in your lane. None of their followers are thinking about you.
Nobody, I don't think anyone's in Lana Del. I was like, nobody makes cocaine music like you do. Like, it is your thing. So I don't understand. Her last album was like critically reviewed. She got Grammy nominations for it. Born to Die is like still on the Billboard 200. So like we're Born to Die, but that album certainly fucking hasn't. It's just very weird to me that, like, I don't know. She's weird.
She was bored.
She was bored. And, like,
so too.
She was right. That's really what it comes down
that
to.
That shit just came out of nowhere. It's like, I don't think anyone was talking about her at the moment. We weren't, like pining for a response. She just typed a 2-page note and sent it out to the world, and now everyone hates her.
But wait, let's get into the font. The font alone. I was like, did you get on a typewriter? Like, what is going on?
She didn't want to get dragged for doing it in the Notes app. So she said, let me get a handy app.
Hey, well, she should have sent it to the group text first. And she had a good friend.
Let's revise it.
They would have said, babe, we could leave a lot of this out.
She should have workshopped it. For sure.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the whole thing was the Karen-esque newsflash. She said,
"Yeah,
I mean, that is if they're," and she's like, thanks for the Karen. I'm like, girl, your name is Elizabeth Grant, mama. You have been putting on chocolate eyeliner for many a year, and no one has called you out because we have, but you don't want to get into this smoke, maybe.
Yeah, I was like, you should maybe just like sit a little, right? Like your little fight with Azalea was like the one time we let you slide on a lot, and turns out Azalea was right.
No. Azalea be right, but because she's so off the wall and just like you don't like her and you don't want to be on her side, she do be telling some truths though.
Yeah, I was like, she didn't tell no lies about you. Now I believe them for sure because You woke up today and fell on an imaginary sword that nobody had put in front of you. It was like, I was doing, girl, nobody.
Right. It's like someone that has like 5 followers that says, this one's from my haters. It's like, girl, who hates you?
Who are you talking
Nobody.
Nobody. No one is paying attention to you. We can't hate things we don't know about. But non-problematic pop queens, the icon Carly Rae Jepsen dropped a dedicated B-side today. This is like a fresh topic. I just listened to it this morning. I'm in for it. You know, I just hate that everybody's releasing music right now when we like have nowhere to go. Like this shit feels elite. Like I can't go do anything about this. So why are you giving me new songs? Like the concerts don't even matter. I can't even like drunkenly not know the words somewhere. So you have really you're fucking with my head. It feels a little rude. But I did like it. The tracks are bops. Did y'all listen today?
I didn't have time.
I did not.
But I do love that she put out some B-sides because there's so many artists out here that you have to leak these B-sides but she's taken the opportunity to just put out all the music that she had on the back burner and she's really feeding the girls. Like, take note, Sydnee, Beyonce, all the other girls.
She's giving the gays something else to talk about besides Chromatica, and for that, I am grateful, to be honest.
That's true. But like, that and between like Chromatica and the never-ending Rona rave, I'm like, we need a new storyline. The girls were memeing articles from 2015 yesterday.
Bored. Okay. Bored
like,
and they have time.
Bored in the house bored. And that's the team. Like everybody who's getting dragged right now, I'm like, you should know that like this is not a normal time. People are not busy. They will find you.
That's why it's really hard to release bad content because they're watching and they're watching the whole thing.
Yes,
they're not skimming through shit. They're watching it and they're hate watching it, and then they're writing and then they're doing dissertations about it.
Yeah, they have plenty. They will defend that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, in front of a review board on your one podcast episode. So maybe just like chill the fuck out. Everyone is coping with quarantine in different ways. I personally mind my business. Other people like to get in everybody else's. That's okay. You do. Richard Madden's 20th. Okay, so Richard Madden, Rob Stark, everyone is now living with Ford Gutierrez, who was the star of MTV's Teen Wolf. The star of is I use very generally, very loosely, and he was on the show as well 6 months ago, or about 6 to 8 months ago. He was living with Brandon Floyd of 13 Reasons Why. I love like Richard Madden just like picking up every white twink in Hollywood and moving them in like it's some sort of internship. It's like the Rob Stark's home for wayward bottoms. Every girl's just like gonna come to a 6 month cycle and go. It's like Elphaba on the equity tour. Like everybody just gets to come in and you get your 6 months in the lead and then you're off to your next adventure. Very excited for Floyd. I just love the way that everybody talks about them right now. They keep calling them like buddy and pal. And I'm like, okay, cool. I love it here in 1933. It's very fun. I'm like, that is his boyfriend for the moment. But we're not trying to
when you're home for the holidays and they're like, oh, that's his friend.
Yeah.
That's his little friend.
It's his roommate.
His roommate is my friend. I'm like, babe, no, we are sharing more than just the rent, darling.
My first reaction was just intense jealousy. That's what I have to say. I know I'm not young enough or cute enough, but I want to be in that mansion.
Same, as well. I have nothing but the utmost. Get in where you fit in. Take advantages where you can get them. Right. If I had an HBO star trying to wife me up, I would not be on this fucking live right now. I'll tell you that. I'd be minding my business in a home, naked with a man. I wouldn't give a fuck about y'all. So props for Roy. And I mean, good for Rob. Sleep through the town if you want, I guess. Ryan Murphy's been doing it for years. Oop, we can't say it. She works at the Ryan Murphy show. It'd be nice.
What I want to say is that I am waiting for Richard to step outside of his box and maybe get a little spice up in that house. So, Richard, if you're watching, I have a boyfriend. He's white, so maybe we could, like, you know, do a little arroz con gandules and make it happen.
I feel like Richard Matt. I love him to death. I think he's beautiful, but I have a feeling that the dick is whack.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be whack. He's too fine for it to not be, and like it's just whack. I could feel it.
Good looking people. They don't have to work hard.
They don't.
Speaking on behalf of people all over the world, we just show up. We show up. We look good. Make sure you have a mirror by the bed so you can see that we look good, because that's all we're doing. We're gonna look good. We're not giving it back to you. So
I'm a girl who works overtime. I'd be like, listen, you should be here. Stay. Don't leave. I work hard. Okay. I work hard. I stopped eating so I didn't have to work hard. I just want people to think I'm hot, so I don't have to do nothing. I just want to walk on and go.
But you know what? If you're hot and they think you can't fuck, and then all of a sudden you throwing it back, then they're like appreciative. So it's good to switch it up.
Oh, you gotta have a strat. Once in a while, have different narratives out there. That way nobody ever knows the truth about you. That's the truth. They be linking up and like, I heard he was good in bed. I heard he was bad in bed. There's only one way to find out, bitch.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You gotta try those Whole Foods samples once in a while.
Oh, I will grab something right out the fucking sample box and be like, okay, we're buying this. Oh, the thing everybody has been waiting for. Gaga and Ariana dropped a song together. It linked.
Did they drop it already, Phillip?
Well, they didn't drop it. It's coming, but
it got leaked.
It got leaked.
I'm part of the press. We got it in a press package early.
Come on, TMZ.
We got it early. It's good. It's fine. Ariana ate her ass up. I mean, it's better than Stupid Love. I'll say that. Ariana kind of ate Gaga up a little bit on her own song, in my opinion. I'm like, well, she ate you up and then licked the plate, but good for Gaga. I'm happy that this is anything better than going back to, cheek to cheek. So we'll take it. I'll take it. It was fine for me. It was just fine. Maybe I need a few more listens. I'm a stan though. I'll get there.
It doesn't slap for core. It's not slapping.
No, it's not. It's also their voices don't work together.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was afraid of when I first heard it, because Gaga's like oh, and then Ariana's very sleepy. So I was like, how does it go?
The Venn diagram of that did not work out exactly the way I thought it would.
I wish that it was just Gaga.
Yeah, I think it could have been one or the other, maybe, but I don't know that we needed both. I feel
like the song is one of those songs that you hear at the club when you're making out with a guy and you're like, this song is so amazing, right before he goes and makes out with somebody else. And then
when you went to get you both another drink, you come back and he's making out with somebody else by the bridge.
That feels right.
Been there. Not a personal experience, I promise. I swear.
Okay, I was listening to the song when I was in the bed. It did not evoke the depression vibes that I'm feeling. It doesn't work when the windows are closed. It doesn't work when the windows are open. It's not, I can't really I don't want to dance to it. I don't want to cry to it. It doesn't really do anything. Like, they're singing,
but it doesn't move.
But it's not a song.
Mm-hmm.
Or read. They were singing, but it's not a song. It's true. It didn't jump out like that. For the legends were not out. It's also like a song to me that was it was like made in an algorithm for gay people to like it, right? Like she was like, oh, let's find things, what do gay people like? And it was like, let's put all of those things in, and then we'll pick like the 4 top elements of a gay song and put them together. And they'll love this. And I don't like when songs do that. I've always said I didn't like it. Dua Lipa's Hallucinate does that. I don't like songs that do that. So generally, it doesn't hit for me, but that's okay. Pride Month is coming. We're going to be inside. I ain't got nothing else to bop to, I guess.
It's like you said, though. We'll listen to it 6 more times, and then I think I'll be obsessed with it.
Yeah, but you feel like if you heard it at the bar, if you would feel differently about it than hearing it.
Maybe, but I also think I might feel differently about it if I see a music video.
Well, that's
no, I don't think a music video can also save this. No, thank you. They can keep it. They can most definitely keep it.
She said DOA.
She said no to the music video. Well, I feel like a visual might have helped it. No, you're like a flat no.
No.
It's a no from Sydnee on like period. Speaking of scary collabs, Scream 5 is on its way. David Arquette just announced that he is going to be reprising his role as Dewey Riley, is the name of his character. Coming back, Scream 5 is going to be made. I think the scariest thing about this entire thing to me is the idea of being in a movie theater again. I am like, who's gonna go see this movie? Like, who? Y'all have all these plans for movies. Like, we're gonna be like out and about. I'm like, okay, like in 4 years or not? I'm excited though. Did y'all watch Scream movies? Are you Scream horror fans?
We've seen them all. We don't need to see any more. I think we've had enough. I mean, when they did Jada Pinkett Smith, so dirty. They had her all up in the poster. She was all in the billboard. We're like, boom, ooh, Jada's in the movie. Then they kill her in the first 90 seconds, as a typical horror movie does. I was livid.
Yeah, they did fuck that up. I was like, really?
Bring her back. They need to bring her back. And she gave a performance.
She did.
Remember?
She deserved a nomination. We should have had some talks about it. For sure. If Judi Dench can get it for one scene in Shakespeare in Love, we can get Jada the Oscar for Scream. I need, especially after Scream 4. Once like they had like Emma Roberts, something like Nico Tortorella in that movie. It's a wild casting by the end of the Scream series. So I just thought, and who's screaming? Their knees are screaming. These people are old. Okay.
So old. How are they going to get them in?
I'm like, their joints are screaming. Like, what? They're not screaming. They're not running. I'm just like not about to believe that. I love David Arquette, but like he ain't out running nobody. Not no more.
Do we think Courtney Cox is gonna do it?
Oh, Gail.
Are they still together? I don't even know.
I mean,
it's been a minute.
Courtney Cox doesn't need the money. She still is living off Friends.
Yeah,
that's true.
She's still living off Friends.
And what was that Cougar Town she did?
Yeah, it was Cougar Town.
I'm sure there's like 18 people still screaming Cougar. You got money.
Yeah.
Cougar Town Hive. Oh my God. I mean, it's funny because David Arquette is probably the last person from the original Scream that I'd be like going up for the fact that he's coming back. Like, if you gave me a Gail Weathers or Nev Campbell, I'd be like,
where is that? What is that bitch doing? What is she doing? Remember, she was killing it. They were putting her in every movie, even though like the face was just regular, plain acting, just bare minimum. But they were like, Nev, we gotta have her everywhere. And then she just fell off the face of the earth. What happened?
She really did disappear. She pulled a massive disappearing act. We really got over her. I was like, Nev can't. She had like an Anne Hathaway moment for me, where it's like so much of her, and then everyone was like, okay, but is she really good at this? Like,
remember when she was in Wild Things?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you have a makeout scene with Denise Richards, and you still can't revive your career? Like,
yeah, I'm like,
on Beverly Hills Housewives.
I feel like that movie was like a sexual awakening for like, and like very important to queer people across the board, right? I'm like, you got Denise Richards. There was like naked Dylan McDermott in that movie. There was just like so much. Was it Dylan McDermott?
No, I don't think
know that movie.
Huh?
It was Matt
I don't
Dillon.
know that movie, but I need
Matt Dillon. All of them.
Something Dillon.
No, I didn't like I didn't like the scene. It felt very heterosexual. It was a straight man was directing it. It had no queerness involved. I mean, it was like two very straight women playing it up. You can feel it.
It was absolutely made through that porny straight man game.
Denise Richards does not lick pussy, and you can tell because she can't even act like she does. So,
Well,
she's not method. She's not method.
Well,
hold this space.
Is that her whole thing on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season is she has a whole affair with a woman.
But
Snatched. That's my wow.
She has an affair with Brandy Glanville for months, apparently.
Okay, well, she's definitely the pillow princess. She's not putting it down.
No, I believe that. Brandy's that girl.
She's getting licked like a lollipop.
Yes.
Down. Someone said maybe RuPaul can be in Scream 5.
Oh, that would be a I mean, it's all age appropriate, I guess. They got all the girls come Scream 5. I'm like, girl, it's more of a whimper than a scream at this point. We're not really. I'm rude. I'm sorry. They shouldn't. Whoever's watching this, stop immediately. Oh my gosh, Smash is coming to Broadway. Well, a lot of Smash going on this week. Yesterday there was the Bombshell in concert on People.com where everybody came. They did songs from Smash. Smash is like having Steven Spielberg is apparently involved in the Smash that is coming to Broadway. Did y'all watch Smash? I only watched season 1, and then I listened to all the music from season 2, but I didn't watch it because I was like, I get it after the first season. And I feel like it's just a little too meta because I'm like, the show is already about making a Broadway show and a commentary on Broadway. And now you're going to put a show on Broadway that's about making a Broadway show that's a commentary on Broadway. And that's a little too much for my brainworms to understand. It's a little too much. But Megan Hilty's free, so let's just cast the original girls. Megan Hilty, Catherine McPhee. Get them the money.
Are they casting everyone that was in the original?
I don't think that they're casting anyone that was in it. I don't know why you would go back and do it. I don't see like acting-wise how it's like extremely fulfilling to like replay a role from a show that died like 10 years ago. It doesn't really, and they're kind of probably too old for it now, I guess, some of them. Who knows? I will be there ready to audition, though.
But what about, wasn't Deborah Messing in that?
Deborah Messing, yes, Deborah Messing. Deborah Messing was in it. She is.
Deborah Messy.
Deborah Messy.
I will say I was on Smash as an extra.
Were you?
Was it season 2? I think it was season 2. Yeah, I was fresh to New York, baby. I wanted to be on Smash. And let me just say, I think Smash should have been a Broadway show to begin with because they could have just taken the chorus line formula and made it into a Broadway show. But a TV show, ain't nobody trying to watch that in the Midwest. Girl, they're trying to watch Cinderella when they come to New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The girls are
especially now, and like especially with Broadway being like on pause indefinitely, you better come back with hits, baby. If you're trying to get Karen to take her little unemployment check from Michigan and fly to New York to watch a show, it cannot be a show that ended like 2 seasons after it started. Like we need a hit, okay? They need to bring anything, but put Friends on Broadway if you want to get people back and see. I hate Friends. But that's what it's like. Lion King is what's gonna hit. Little like things that people know or nobody's gonna go see.
Yeah, Frozen couldn't even make it.
Yeah, if Frozen don't and let it go. If Idina Menzel can't do it, can't last, then nobody can do it. Nobody. Did you watch Smash? Sydnee? No? Good.
Look at my face.
It was not bad.
I cannot relate. I cannot. No. I'm disconnected with this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Smash is it. You're not missing out. It's got an
It wasn't
audience.
for everyone, you know.
More people are watching this than probably watched the last season of Smash. So let's
Okay.
RuPaul's Drag Race. We're down to the final four. Tomorrow is the reunion. Oh, what a season it's been. So many battles we had to fight. We had to fight editing out Sherry Pie out of every episode.
Woo!
We had to fight Jackie Cox existing in every episode, acting crazy. It was a lot. Bless up to those producers and editors because they had to do a lot of work.
Chopping it up.
Chop, Sherry Pie and bits, baby. I forgot she's on the show, and it's so like you watch it and you literally just forget that she's a cast member, and then they're like, "You're in the final four," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Wait, who?
Why? Yeah.
Sherry. Oh, I don't want to. Well, do you care if I spoil it?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Sherry Pie. Who else made it there? Jada, Gigi,
Crystal Method,
and Crystal Method are the top four. In my opinion, I think we should, since it's going to be a digital thing anyway, I'm like, cut Sherry and just bring Heidi and Jackie back. Let them either lip sync something. Give us something entertaining. But I'm very excited for this like Zoom reunion because gay people carry in one room, they don't carry in the privacy of their own home.
You're gonna have to mute on everybody.
Everybody's gonna be fucking screaming.
I hope they watched the Atlanta Housewives reunion so they could take some notes on how to do it well.
Okay.
Oh, that reunion was mad.
It's so good.
Boot.
Okay, girl. Okay.
I can't. Okay. Your titties are social distancing.
That was the meanest thing. As somebody with fake boobs that also has a gap, I was triggered. I wanted to call my plastic surgeon up quick. Like, you see that? You see what happens? Do bad work, people talk about it.
It's the wildest reunion. It's so good.
But she gained so much respect from me when she said that because a lot of times these girls go into these shows with these rehearsed reads and then they like spill them out. She thought of that on the spot.
Yeah.
You said what?
She thought of that. Your titties are social distancing and they're 8 on the spot. She didn't come in with that.
Oh, Portia was savage with the read though. She's always ready.
Portia works and she was drinking Hennessy, so.
Yeah, she was a little tipsy and she's mad. I loved it. Between her and then Kenya, she's annoying, but she brings the drama.
No. She doesn't. She tries to make a storyline because they were tired of her being the single woman who has nothing to do. Now she has the man who's abusive and the baby, and they're like, "Oh, we kind of care about you now." But it's like, since you wear wigs and you're mean.
But now she's lost the man, so the interest is really like, I'm like, y'all breaking up, so I don't really care that much anymore.
That's her next storyline. They always have that, like, they bring in a man and then they marry him for 2 months and then they send him on his way and then there's a new storyline.
Oh, Cynthia with Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's only to keep her in the show. I'm like, please move to LA. So you can't. I'm so sick of Cynthia Bailey. I am her and that Bailey wine cellar. If she says Bailey wine cellar one more time, I am going to lose that. I'm like, y'all ain't selling nothing but yellowtail in that damn place.
Okay, but don't do that because Bethany Frankel was literally just selling margarita that had no sugar in it. So stop it.
That's true. Yeah.
So if Cynthia Bailey want to have a little bit of, empire, let her. For Noelle, who's also gay, she has a girlfriend.
That's true. She
has a girlfriend.
Okay. Maybe I take that back.
So Cynthia's an ally in my opinion.
Let me place an order at the Bailey wine cellar.
Buy out the bar, babe. Buy out the bar. Support black businesses.
Support small black business. It ain't even small. I'm sure she's making a shit ton of money off that damn little shoe box. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, how's everyone's quarantine routine? That's all of our topics for the night. We made it through. This is like, I feel like I'm in phase 2, where I'm like, okay, this is life now. At first, I didn't believe it, and now I'm like, all right, bitch, we here every day at home. Do you like yourself? You better figure it out. Turns out the answer is no. I'm like, I need other people. This is like, it's driving me wild. How are you doing? How's Brooklyn? Brooklyn is different. What's going on for you?
Who, me?
Sydney. Sydney's in Brooklyn. She's
Oh, yes. So I'm in Brooklyn. I have a bike, so I'm out here.
Okay.
Bitches who bike. It's been frustrating as just like a thriving gay, because like women have standards, so they're not pussy popping in the quarantine. They're just not. They're like, we're better than this. We can wait. And so, I'm just out here being a good girl. So it's fine. It's good. Actually, I've learned how to respect myself more.
Good. Can't relate.
Amazing.
I've been debasing myself on the internet on the fucking daily.
Ooh.
Every single day. Oh, you cooped up with your man in Oregon. What are y'all doing? Y'all making cheese and shit?
Bitch, he is on Instagram Live right now doing a workout for people. I'm in the bathroom because I didn't want to mess up her gig. The apartment's a lot smaller than we thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's never taught me that home is so important as it is now. Like, I've always been like, oh yeah, I'll just live wherever. And then, because I'm always out.
Yeah.
But wow. I have to love home from now on?
You have to love your apartment. It is something you must learn to do. Oof, we lived together for like a month, and I hated that apartment. No, I love this one. So. And you're still in Miami, Justin?
I am.
Well, y'all were free, right? Florida is a lawless place.
I don't know. I don't leave the house, and I don't watch the news. So I am quarantined as they come with my 2 roommates.
Well, okay. So you don't leave the house, you don't watch the news, but you'll probably vote. You're like a fucking boomer.
I will vote. Yeah, but I don't know. I need the touch of a man desperately. So I'm coming back to New York the moment they say it's okay.
Okay, but it's just you and one other person, or you're like, I thought
2 other people. I think I said last time, but I'm with a guy and a girl, and they are a couple. But the girl has told the guy that he needs to touch me so that I can have the touch of a man.
Okay,
I think just like on the shoulder.
Okay, well, make it OnlyFans, whatever you do.
Wild Things Part 2, baby.
Okay. There is a Wild Things Part 2 already. So Wild Things 3.
Wild Things 3. I need to watch 2. I didn't know they made a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is Matt Dillon naked in 2? No? Who knows?
I need to watch 1.
Yes, you should. I actually, it's weird that you haven't. You would love that. It's exactly
a classic.
It's like the level of classic horniness.
Yeah.
It's definitely got Justin Randall all over it.
Good.
Anyway, this has been fun, ladies.
It has.
I had such a good time. Thank y'all for doing that stupid show. This is like the one thing that keeps me sane right now. And the high of this will keep me on for another week. And I really just wanted to do this first before Netflix decides to do something similar with real money, and I can be like,
You're like, I already did it.
You can't do that,
And then you'll have us back when it's your Netflix show.
Let's hope. Somebody don't. They will never put us on the shit I just said in the last sound.
They will.
It's illegal. I can't believe y'all said that.
No, they say worse. It's fine.
That's true. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everyone, in the comments. We love y'all. Please give it up for my guests, Sydnee Washington, Justin Randall, and Johnny Sibilly. It has been a pleasure here at the Tea Party. As always, right on time, 44 minutes and 41 seconds, and we are out of here. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. See you next week. I've got Nick Lehman, Kyle Krieger, and somebody else that I haven't figured out yet. But it should be very, very fun. We'll officially we'll discuss more Rain on Me.